What's up, guys? I first want to congratulate you guys for purchasing the All In Journal. Second, I want to share a story with you that can help boost your confidence, okay, accelerate your wrestling ability, and I mean literally probably quadruple your scoring potential when you're both in the practice room and you're on the live mat. It all started with a failure or an area where I was struggling, and then I learned from, and now I can give to you. So here's how it worked. I was in a room and I was really frustrated in a Division I wrestling room after a really tough practice, and essentially I had just kind of been even in regards to my competition. At the time, we were the number 2 team in the country, so our team was really good. Matter of fact, the 2 guys that were competing with me for my spot, one of them was a 4-time national champ, the other, or a 4-time high school state champ. The other was a 3-time high school state champ, and both of them had won Fargo national titles. Now, you can imagine, anytime you're in a room as a top 5 team in the country, you're going to have a really tough room. And so I was really frustrated one day, and so I just got in my car and I drove off into the mountains, questioning a lot about what I was doing. I had a coach, saying something over here and a coach saying something over here, and I was questioning myself, am I a defensive wrestler, am I an offensive wrestler, and ultimately I was just confused. And I needed something to get me back on track. And so really I just drove off into the mountains just to clear my head. And I ended up sleeping in my truck overnight out in the mountains. And while I was out in the mountains, I got a phone call that night, which, because I didn't have service up in the mountains, I didn't get until the morning when I was driving back. I looked at my voicemail and I started to listen to it, and it was my dad. My dad had made a phone call to me that just said, "Hey Levi, I hope you're doing well. I heard you were wrestling a lot of live wrestling lately. Just make sure you don't stop drilling, because that's when you wrestle your best live." And I kind of let it slide by the side, didn't really think too much about it. And then I began to kind of brew it over as I was watching some film on Flow Wrestling when I got my second call from my dad. He called me and he said, "Hey Levi, what you doing?" I said, "I'm watching some Flow Wrestling right now on my computer, just a little bit frustrated. I can't really figure out, my style, and I don't know what's going on. I'm not really wrestling to my ability." He said, "Who are you watching?" And I said, "I'm watching Brent Metcalf from the University of Iowa. He was wrestling in the NCAA finals." And my dad says, "Perfect. Grab a pen and a piece of paper and write this down for me. I want you to write down how many seconds are between each attack. And then I want you to write down what attacks he hits." And so I go ahead and do that, and I begin to write things down. And what I found was Metcalf had taken an attack every 6 to 8 seconds. Every 6 to 8 seconds, he had taken either an attempt at an attack or an actual attack. One of 3 different attacks: a single leg, a high C, or a snap down go behind. Now, I jumped back on the phone and I talked to my dad and I explained to him what I had seen in this video. He said to me pretty simply, "Well, Levi, do you know a high C?" I said, "Yeah." "Do you know a single leg?" "Yeah." "Do you know a snap down go behind?" "Yeah." He said, "Levi, those are the things that we drilled every single day. Are you drilling those things right now?" I'm like, "No, when I drill, I just kind of drill and then we wrestle live, and that's all I do." Well, that at the time was my biggest mistake. I had left a drill system that had gotten me really good, that had gotten me to a college level. And that's what I wanted to create for you guys. So what I did is I consolidated the most important drills on your feet, the most important setups, the most important offensive, defensive, top, bottom, hand fighting, you name it. I created the most important drills and I organized them into a nice membership area where you can become a member and enjoy those drills. On top of those drills, or inside those videos, what you're gonna see is really special. I created every video to be under 2 minutes long. You're not gonna listen to me talk for hours and hours, okay? Every video is under 2 minutes long. You're gonna get, every video is gonna have dual camera angles so that you can really see what my hands, what my head, what my feet are doing when I'm doing these drills. Learn the most important positions. Matter of fact, in every single video, you're going to get the key points after the video. So that way, if you're a parent who doesn't know wrestling, you know exactly what to say. If you have an assistant coach that you want to run this drill system so that you can be wrestling in practice, he knows what to say. The key points after every video. And then on top of that, what you're going to get is every video is going to have a fast motion of the drill. So you can see a real live wrestling pace, and then a slow motion so that you can really break it down, replay it if you need to. But remember, all these are within 2 minutes. I tried to really, truly put myself in your shoes and think about what would be the most beneficial, impactful tool I could give, really wrestlers, parents, coaches, anybody that had the discipline to really say, I want to do something different so that I can be exceptional. Okay, Cale Sanderson said, if you don't learn and evolve in the sport of wrestling, you're going to learn a painful lesson from somebody who has. And that is the truth. That's why you purchased the All In Journal. That's why you're on a mission to go all in and really accomplish big dreams and goals. It's because you're willing to do something different. I wanted to give you a tool that you could have in hand, but now I also want you to know about a tool that you can use that actually is going to integrate into the wrestling room. This is the goal setting tool. This is what you take everywhere with you, but the All In Wrestling System is what's going to go into your room. It's installed into your everyday. So inside this members area, like I said, there's 50 plus drills. Okay, there's practice plans for every day of the year if you need it, so that you can plan out a season's worth of practice really easily. Matter of fact, you could probably do it within 3 days. You could have every day of the year planned out and ready to roll. And then you could just tweak and adjust as you go. I dive deep in and give you some PDFs and some video content in specifically planning out weekly training based on actual heart rate performance. The best athletes in the world, they focus on their heart rates, and that is what is really controlling, kind of what they call, it's your lactic acid buildup, okay? And in the sport of wrestling, we don't take this into consideration, okay? But what I do is I do a deep dive into that for you. I give you videos and PDFs so you can really understand how not every day has to be a hard day, okay? As wrestlers, we typically want to go hard or we don't go at all. We want to go hard or we don't go at all. And the reality is we need to break up our days and our different types of training. Easy, medium, hard, okay? They really need to be strategically laid out throughout the week, and so that's something else that I give you. And probably one of the most impactful things I do give you inside the All In Wrestling System is a 100% 24/7 access to me. If you have a question, I'm ready to answer it. Okay? If you have literally, it could be a question about anything, and if I don't know it, I will do the research for you and I will figure it out for you. If it's technique, hopefully I'm sending you a quick video back within a day or two on the technique and how you can make the adjustment that you need. If it's anything outside of the drill system, I can give you additional info, an email back, a call back, a video back to really help you take your program to the next level. My goal is to make a genuine, life-changing, shock the world type impact. And you started that journey with me when you purchased the All In Journal. And now I want to give you this one-time offer to purchase the All In Wrestling System. It's a complete system. It's done for you. It's everything that you need to succeed and give yourself a best chance to stand on top of the podium. Congratulations for going all in. Let's take it one step further.